So this week in classes, what I've been speaking to is how yoga in itself is this pathway to liberation. Um, and one of the things that we get to practice on our yoga mats, and one of the things that moves us in that direction of moving through the world with a sense of inner peace, no matter what's placed on our path, is a practice of contentment. Um, Accepting what shows up in our lives and seeing everything that arrives as a gift and opportunity. Um, Setting aside sometimes the clinging to what we want and what we desire and how we think things should be and how we want things to be, to accept and be open to what is and what's showing up, and that there's maybe something incredibly valuable within that, and our desire that is over here and something else is preventing us from seeing what's available to us with what's already right in front of us. Anyhow, so the idea of contentment is something that's been kind of like floating through my mind this week, and I'll continue to dive into. But I wanted to read just this little piece from The Mountain Is You. This book is super awesome. Its little subtitle is Transforming Self-Sabotage into Self-Mastery. I don't love the word self-sabotage, but I think it communicates super clearly like how so many of us operate in our lives in a very unaware way. Anyhow, this book's great. But this little bit I wanted to share, it's called Preparing for Radical Change. It says, one of the biggest reasons people avoid doing important internal work is that they recognize if they heal themselves, their lives will change, sometimes drastically. If they come to terms with how unhappy they are, it means that they will have to temporarily be more uncomfortable, ashamed, or scared while they start over. Let's be clear about something. To put an end to your self-sabotaging behavior absolutely means that change is on the horizon. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationships with friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. It doesn't matter. The people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. You're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. Instead of being liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. Remaining attached to your old life is the first and final act of self-sabotage, and releasing it is what we must prepare for to be truly, releasing it is what we must prepare for to truly be willing to see real change. So maybe something of that landed, but I think this idea that we desire to grow and expand, but to not acknowledge the fact that that can be scary, that means change is inevitable, from what has been this like sense of a comfort zone, is something that yoga can really support us in and provide a space for us to move through. So hopefully your yoga mat starts to become more and more of something beyond just a place to connect to your body, to build strength and flexibility, or to clear your mind, but a place where you can actually begin the process of going deeper, right? Deeper into the awareness, the observation, the curiosity and investigation of what's actually there. So I think sometimes it's easy to step onto the yoga mat as a way to just clear the mind for 60 minutes and stop the thoughts. And I think that initially is a really beautiful gift to offer ourselves. But over time, as we step onto our yoga mats more and more over the years, start to see that the space is actually this really beautiful container for us to dive into, not just to be like okay for 60 minutes, but to start to process through the things that block us from being okay all day, every day. Anyhow, that's a rabbit hole, and there's always so much to get into with things like this. So we're going to start in a cross-legged seat. We'll spend a couple moments breathing, and then we'll start to open up through the body. So if cross-legged seat isn't comfortable for you, of course, feel free to start in any shape. But finding a comfortable seat or something that feels really grounding. Allow yourself a moment just to settle in as you close your eyes. And allow your breath to begin to deepen. Every inhale, lengthening. Every exhale, extending. As each breath in becomes slower and steadier. As each breath out becomes steady and complete. Begin to notice sensations that are moving through your body. Starting at the level of the body, most tangible part of us. Just noticing any sensation that is present. We do our best not to label anything as good or bad. We just notice. We continue to breathe deeply. And starting to shift your focus towards the space of your heart. Just opening up your awareness to anything and everything that's traveling through your heart. And again, we do our best to not label anything that arises as good or bad. We just notice. We continue to breathe deep. And as we start to move our attention to our minds, we lean back within our awareness so we can watch the thoughts as they move through. Noticing the content and the quality of our thoughts. Again, noticing, but doing our best to notice without judgment, good or bad. Just being aware of what's coming up. And then we continue to breathe deep. Just taking one more moment to maybe set a personal intention for your practice. Something that's in your own words and resonates with your heart today. And as you bring that intention forward, maybe bring one or both hands to your heart space. And as you're ready, take a deep breath in through your nose, fill your lungs all the way to the top. And open mouth exhale to let go. And then taking one more deep breath in through your nose. Seal your lips and let your exhale empty out of your nose. Just let it go. And keeping your lips sealed, continue to breathe in and out of your nose, starting to cultivate your Ujjayi pranayama, intentional steady breath that reaches to your nose and across the back of your throat. When you're ready, you're going to slowly release your hands from your heart and open your eyes. Start with a big circle suit to the sky as we inhale. And on exhale, go ahead and fold forward over your shins. Relax your head and take 2 breaths. Your 3rd breath in, start to rise up, reach up, lean back, switch out your shins, and then exhale just into second side, folding forward in your cross-legged seat. Your next breath in, go ahead and rise up. Maybe reach up one more time, just creating a little extra length through your torso. With breath out, we'll start to make our way into our tabletop pose. So finding your way to all fours. Shoulders come to stack over your wrists. Bring your hips over your knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And then inhale to your cow pose. Take your time to lift your heart, lift your tailbone. Open through your chest. And as you exhale, slowly stretch around through your spine, push the earth away, creating space between shoulders and ears as your head hangs heavy. And twice more, we'll inhale to our cow shape, heart and tailbone scoop open. And exhale to your cat pose, round your spine. Last one, take a deep breath in, open to cow. And as you exhale, find your cat pose, round through your upper back. And start to come to your neutral spine. Keep your hips high. Walk your hands forward for Anahatasana, your puppy pose. Forehead or chest comes to the earth as you keep your hips stacked over your knees. Take a big, steady inhale. And a slow, steady exhale. And from your puppy pose, you'll walk your hands back in and start to make your way into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and send your hips up and back. Relaxing through your head. Take a moment to reach one heel to the earth and then the other. Getting any additional movements to help settle you into your first downward facing dog. And over time, begin to walk forward, finding your way into your forward fold. Allow your knees to soften. Let your head become really heavy. Think tailbone to the sky and take one slow breath. Your next inhale, start to find your halfway lift as you engage through your center. Find extension through your spine. And exhale, forward fold, release. With your next breath in, rise all the way to Urdhva Hastasana, big circle shape to the ceiling. And as you exhale, hands to heart, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Next inhale, circle, sweep your hands back up to the ceiling. Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, forward fold to the earth, Uttanasana. Breathe into your halfway lift, find length through your spine. And as you breathe out, keep your right foot forward and step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. Moving into a warrior one, rotate your left heel down to the earth. Strong through your legs, start to rise all the way up, Virabhadrasana one. So right away, just settling into our first standing shape, or the first warrior. Shoulders slide out of your ears. You need to bring your feet a little bit wider apart or shorter in stance. That can sometimes help make a warrior one feel more comfortable, more accessible. Your hips are squaring towards the front of the room. Take a nice big breath in. Then exhale to goddess, your arms at your elbows open wide. As you inhale, reach your hands back up to the sky. Then your exhale, tipping forward to an airplane lunge. Hinge your heart forward, sweep your hands back, and unhook your left heel. And from your airplane lunge, Anjaneyasana, lower your left knee all the way to the ground. Inhale to lift up through your heart and hands. Then you exhale, your right hand's going to grab your left wrist. Take a side body stretch over to the right side of your yoga mat. Take a big breath down your left side body. Just settle in with exhale. Your next inhalation, bring your hands to center, reach up to the sky. Your exhalation, take your hands down to the earth. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs to find your hamstring stretch, your cat lunge. Take one more breath as you lengthen through your legs and lengthen through your spine. From here, we'll bend into our front knee And press your hands into the earth to find your way to high plank. So really think about the push of your hands to create the space so you can step your right foot back. In your high plank, just take one slow, intentional breath in and one slow, steady breath out. With your next inhale, begin to shift forward. Knees up or knees down, slow motion, descend all the way to your belly. Once you arrive to the earth, untuck your toes. On your inhale, low cobra, use the strength along your spine to pull your heart up. And with your breath out, hover your hands, draw your shoulders out of your ears. Encourage your elbows back into the midline and take one more steady inhale. With exhale, lower down. Sitting up for gecko pose, take your hands wider than your yoga mat. Tuck your fingertips on the earth. Elbows over wrists and shoulders out of ears. As you inhale, push the earth away. Lift your heart up any amount. Shoulders actively pulling out of ears. And with your exhale, lower back down. Hands by your low ribs for upward facing dog. On your next breath in, find up dog. Unless you want to return to cobra. And then on your exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go to the sky. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Next, inhale, lift high to your tippy toes. As you breathe out, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your yoga mat, forward fold. We'll breathe into our halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you breathe out, forward fold, release right back down. Rising all the way to stand Urdhva Hastasana, take your inhale. And hands to heart, closing your eyes with exhale. Deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale to release. On your next inhale, circle seat back to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. And then with breath out, forward fold, dive down to the earth. We'll inhale to lengthen halfway. With exhale, step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Making our way to our warrior one. Rotate your right heel down to the ground. Hugging your hips towards square, press the earth, and rise all the way up. If your shoulders trying to lift you up into your warrior one, go ahead and let them soften out of your ears now that you've arrived. Take a nice big breath in. With exhale, goddess, your arms open across your chest. Breathe your hands up to the ceiling again. And as you start to breathe out, hinge forward into your airplane lunge. Back heel unhooks, square your right hip forward, right toes point forward, heart is dipped forward. From here, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, release your right knee to the earth, and inhale to lift up through parted hands. Your left hand will grab your right wrist. Go ahead and lean to the left for a big side body stretch. On the right side of your torso. Take an inhale in. And exhale out. Follow your next breath to release up through center. And then let your hands land to the ground. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs to your hamstring stretch. And from your hamstring stretch, you'll take your time, you'll start to bend into your left knee, and we return to high plank. So we're going to push the earth away with your hands, creating that space. You can step your left foot back with control. From here, we'll inhale to shift forward. Exhale slowly to the ground, lowering all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale to a low or a high cobra. Option to lift to your high cobra this time. And then exhale to release. Gecko pose, hands go wide. On your inhale, lift up through your chest. As you exhale, dip your left shoulder to the center, look over to the right. With your next breath in, bring your heart through the midline. And exhale, second side, dip your right shoulder and look over to the left. As you inhale again, heart comes back through center, lift, lengthen, and exhale to lower down. To your upward facing dog, inhale to lift your chest. Good, exhale, downward facing dog, hips go up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Then we open mouth, exhale, release. Next, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And then pausing here as you continue to breathe, flex your right foot and square your right hip down to the earth. So you get a nice big stretch through your left hamstring. Keeping your right hip square, bend your right heel to your seat, think donkey kick, hamstring curl. Inhale, right thigh bone lift slightly to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. On your next breath in, three-legged dog, reach your right leg up and back. And exhale to bend your knee and open your hip. Think dog at a fire hydrant. Pausing here, take an inhale. Right knee towards your right shoulder as you exhale, shift forward. Three-legged dog, big breath in, right leg reaches high. This time, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, lizard lunge with your breath out. Lower your left knee down to the ground. If your right toe is going to turn slightly to the right, that's fine. As you get strong through your legs, inhale to reach your right hand forward to the front of the room, and then exhale into your twisted monkey. Reach your right hand to the back of your yoga mat. And then if you want to find a deeper thigh stretch here, they start to bend your left heel to your seat. Without creating the hand to foot connection, just flex your left foot and hamstring curl your left heel towards your left glute. Engaging through your left glute, take one more big breath in. Then exhale your right hand to the inside of your right foot. You rotate your right toes forward, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. So you're in your lifted lizard lunge. Press your hands. We're going to go to a wild thing. Step your right toes all the way up and over to the left and open your heart to the sky. Nice big breath in. Three-legged dog. Release your right hand to the earth with exhale. Breathe in to send your right leg to the ceiling. And then step your right foot forward as you empty that breath away. Warrior one, rotate your left heel down and right all the way back up. Your warrior one, as you exhale and open, goddess your arms, open your chest. And inhale, hands reach to the sky. Same thing, exhale, goddess arms, elbows go wide. One more time, deep breath in, reach to the ceiling. And exhale, goddess your arms, open your chest. As you inhale to reach up to the sky again, exhale, airplane lunge, tip your heart forward, unhook your back heel. As you rotate your left toe to the front of your yoga mat, get super strong with your right leg. Supporting yourself with your core, we're headed to a chair pose. You're going to lean into your right foot and then pick your left foot up and place it to the top. Utkatasana, breathe it in, maybe reach and lengthen through your arms for a moment. And as you breathe out, you can airplane your arms beside you again. Lean into your strong left foot. Start to flamingo your right heel up and in. For today, as you engage through your core, keep your spine nice and neutral. Just slide your right thigh bone back in space and kick your right heel to the sky. So you're creating engagement through the back of your right leg. From this shape, which I call spicy flamingo, we're going to inhale to rise up with our right knee, one-legged mountain pose. Then on your exhale, start to fly it back through your airplane pose. We'll make our way into a high crescent lunge. So slowly start to extend through your airplane. Perhaps you give your airplane one single breath. And then high crescent, right toes release to the earth. Reach up through your heart and hands. Into your warrior two, let your right heel spin down, open your chest. And inhale to reverse your triangle, let your left leg go long as you reach your left hand high. With exhale, side angle pose, bend into your left knee. Left forearm will come to left thigh, reach your right hand to the sky. Right in your extended side angle, keep everything the same, just reach your right hand up and overhead with a big breath in. And sweep it into your wide-legged forward fold, breath out. All 10 toes facing the right side of your yoga mat. Relax your head and take one inhale through your nose. Then open up, exhale, let it go. From your wide-legged forward fold, try to face the front of your yoga mat again. As you rotate through your low lunge, you're framing your left foot. Press into your hands, three-legged dog. Inhale, lengthens your left leg to the sky. As you pause here and breathe, flex your left foot, square your hip, relax your head. Keep your left hip square as you bend your left heel to your seat. Then a little lift of your left thigh bone on your inhale. The knee to nose with exhale, slide forward. Three-legged dog, inhale to lift and lengthen back. And then bend your knee and open your hip. Finding your half dog. Gather in your breath. Left knee, left shoulder, slide forward once again. And then inhale, three-legged dog, reach your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, land your left foot to the outside of your left hand, lizard lunge. Release your right knee down to the earth and start to send your left fingertips forward and in front of you. Take a big breath in. Exhale to twist, left hand reaches back. Option for that hamstring curl. You bend your right heel to your seat. Flex your right foot actively and squeeze your right glute. You pull your heart forward away from your tailbone. Big breath in. Left hand finds the inside of your left foot with breath out. Go ahead and lift your back knee off the earth. So you're in your lifted lizard lunge, right thigh is super active. Moving to your wild thing as controlled as you can, push through your hands. And then use your core to step your left toes up and over. Rotate your heart to the sky, take a full breath in. And into three-legged dog, lower your left palm to the earth and lift your left leg to the ceiling. This time as you step forward, left foot goes in between your hands. Warrior one, adjust your right heel to the earth and follow your breath to rise all the way up. Vinyasa one. Get a nice deep inhale. And then goddess your arms and exhale. Reestablishing breath connection. We'll take it twice more. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, goddess arms. One more time, big breath in, reach your hands to the sky. And exhale, goddess arms. And this time, inhale, reach tall. And start to find your airplane hinge. So as you dive forward, unhook your back heel. Try to engage through your center so you're not swayed in your low back. Your spine is supported. Lean into your left foot before you start to lift up your right foot. Chair pose, right foot arrives to the top. For a moment, breathe in, reach your hands high so you can lengthen back through your seat. Then exhale, airplane arms. So you start to move your energy to your right foot. Active your center, flamingo, your left heel up and in. Staying super engaged through your core, maybe slide your left thigh bone back to your spicy flamingo. You want to make sure that that workload goes into your left hamstring, maybe your left seat, your glute, that your core supports your low back, and your low back isn't pulling your leg up. It's the rest of your muscles. To your one-legged Tadasana, inhale, rise up forward. Then exhale, send it back through your airplane pose. Eventually into your high crescent lunge. Maybe pausing in your airplane for one steady breath. And slow and controlled left toes into the earth, reach up to the sky. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana two, start to open up through your stance. And then reverse your triangle right away to give your right hip a moment. Inhale to lengthen up and out of your right side. With our exhale, we'll find side angle, rebend into your right knee. Open your heart towards the ceiling, and extend your side angle, send your left hand overhead, deep breath in. Sweeping into your wide-legged forward fold, all 10 toes turn to the long edge of your yoga mat. Dive down, take one breath in, and one breath out. Slowly start to rotate to the front of your yoga mat, returning to your low lunge. As you get strong with your hands, go ahead and re-lift your right leg into your three-legged dog. So as your right leg lifts, take a big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose through center. Pausing here, hold for your inhale. And stay for your exhale. Three-legged dog, take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. And then bend your knee and open your hip. Empty that breath away. Pausing for a moment here, think about squeezing through your right glute to lift your right knee. Then keep that engagement, right knee towards your right shoulder, slide it forward. Your heart reaches forward, we hold for inhale. We stay for exhale. Three-legged dog, big breath in, right leg goes high. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, breath out to lizard lunge. Lower your left knee to a hover to the earth. Reach your right hand forward with your inhalation. And exhale, twist, right hand reaches back. As you return your right palm to the ground inside your right foot, lift your back knee. From here, you're gonna make your way into your wild thing. Step your right toes behind you and open your heart to the sky, deep breath in. Three-legged dog, return your right palm to the earth, reach your right leg to the ceiling on your inhale. Step your right foot forward, low lunge with exhale. Just spin your left heel down to the earth. Warrior one, rise up, reach up, take your breath in. And then goddess your arms open to your chest, exhale. So your hands fall to interlace behind you for your chest expansion bind. You can keep your elbows bent, or you can lengthen your arms and lift your chest, preparing for humble warrior. Deep inhale. Then on your exhale, hinge forward to your humble warrior. Relaxing through your head. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Take one cycle of breath. Root down through your feet, begin to rise back up to your warrior one, releasing your hands. Airplane lunge, tip your heart forward. As your hands sweep beside you, unhook your back heel, spinning onto your left toes. So just shift your energy into your right foot. Chair pose, step your left foot forward, lift up through your heart and hands. As you find your chair pose, take a big breath in. And then exhale, airplane your arms beside you. Left foot becomes your base, flamingo your right heel to your seat. Option for your spicy flamingo if you'd like to slide your right foot back. And then from here, we're gonna go directly into our airplane pose. From whatever flamingo you're in, begin to lengthen out through your limbs, finding your airplane pose. Proud and open through your chest. Energize through your right leg, take a breath. So just step back into your crescent lunge with care, right toes released to the earth. Inhale to stretch high. And your exhale, your left hand's going to grab your right wrist. Side bend over to the left side of your yoga mat. Great, lift and power through your right thigh bone as you breathe along your right side body. From your side bend, return to center, release the grip of your hands. Warrior two, open out. With your in-breath, reverse your triangle, find the side body, stretch the extension. Then exhale, side angle pose, settle in. Spiraling your heart open to the sky, extend your side angle, reach your right hand overhead, deep inhale. And then a wide-legged forward fold as you exhale. In your wide-legged forward fold this time, take 2 cycles of breath. Awesome. This time, as you rotate to face the front of the yoga mat, I'm going to pivot around. Find your high plank pose. Left foot steps back to join your right. On your inhale, shift forward. And exhale all the way to your belly with control. Before we move into our second side, the final bit of standing flow of our practice this morning, a little moment on the earth. We'll inhale to our low cobra, lift and lengthen through your heart space, shoulders out of ears. As you exhale, release back down. Inhale to your low or your high cobra, option to lift a little bit taller, listening to your body. And then exhale to lower down. Sitting up for gecko pose, fingertips wide. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, dip your right shoulder in, take your gaze to the left. With your breath, lift and lengthen. Exhale, second side, left shoulder dips in, look over to the right. As you bring it back to center, take your inhale. And then draw your heart forward and down with exhale. Hands by your low ribs. Start to lift into your upward facing dog. Push the earth away, lengthen. And then downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a really full inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. To turn your knee to your nose, shoulders out of ears, side forward and fold. Stay for your inhale. And stay as you exhale. From your belly strength, 3-legged dog, lift from your center. And then bend your knee and open your hip. Pausing for your breath, access your left glute. Keep your left glute strong as you slide forward, left knee towards your left shoulder. 3-legged dog, inhale, lifts your left leg up and back. And left your foot's going to the outside of your left hand on exhale. You can choose. Right knee is going to come to a hover or to the ground. Send your left fingertips forward with a breath in. And then twist left hand to the back, exhale. We'll make our way back into our lifted lizard lunge. So left hand comes to the inside of your left foot. Lift your back knee, get powerful through your back leg. Wild thing, use your core to step your left toes behind you. Pivoting open to your chest. Deep breath in. Be sure to make your way back to a 3-legged dog. Land to your left hand, lift through your left leg. And then place your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Into warrior one, we'll rotate the right heel down and breathe in to rise tall. So to goddess your arms, elbows expand open, collarbones get broad. And let your hands fall to interlace behind you. Chest expansion bind. Remember, your elbows can be bent, your arms can be long. Option to stay lifted or breathe in, lift your heart, and on your exhale, dive down to your humble warrior. Relaxing through your head, settle into your lunge. Take 1 cycle of breath. Press down your feet and begin to make your journey back up. Hands release to the sky with your inhale. Airplane lunge on exhale, tip your heart forward and hook through your back heel. Start to activate through your center as you find chair pose. Your left leg is the power to step forward to your seat. Breathing in, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, airplane arms. Flamingo your left heel in. So you pause here for a moment. You can decide regular flamingo or spicy flamingo. Make sure your core is super, super active, especially if you're not spicy flamingo. Hips are square, outer hips are hugging in. Airplane pose, begin to extend long. Think front and back body stay active, both legs are active. Externally open through your upper arm bones to broaden your collarbones. Headed to our high crescent lunge. Step your left toes lightly to the back of your yoga mat and reach up to the ceiling. To create your side body stretch, right hand's going to grab your left wrist, tip over to the right side. As you draw your rib cage up and off your pelvis, slide your left thigh bone energetically back. Take a breath. From here, as we return to center, we open up to warrior two. From your warrior two, inhale to reverse your triangle. Keeping this the same, consistent and simple. Exhale, side angle. Sink in and down. Then inhale to extend your side angle. Left hand goes overhead. To release your breath, that will take you into your wide-legged forward fold. Tip through center. And take 2 cycles of breath. After your second breath, you're going to start to crawl towards the top of your yoga mat, making your way back into your low lunge. A little different. We're going to start to move into our final little section here before we bring it to a seat on the earth. So left knee is going to lower to the ground, Anjaneyasana. Here's an inhale to lift up through your heart and hands. As you breathe out, bring your hands to heart center. We close your eyes, challenging your balance. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. As you open your eyes back up, it's funny how much harder it is with your eyes closed. As you open your eyes back up, drop your hands to the earth. Find your half splits lengthen out through your right leg. If you have blocks at home, this would be a really great time for blocks, otherwise fingertips. And you can always adjust where your right foot is in space. Flex your right toes to your face. Pull your right thigh bone back and up. Think heart forward and through. Take one more breath in and out. Then rebend into your right knee. Bring your hands down to the earth. Just to get back through a tabletop and step your left foot forward. So nothing fancy. We're just taking a moment to find these openings while grounded. Coming up to Anjaneyasana. Draw into your front ribs. Reach your hands to the sky with an inhale. And bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Maybe you close down your eyes, finding that balance challenge. Active through your whole body. Take a breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. So your hands return down to the earth, just like before. Opening through your eyes, half splits. If you need to scooch your left foot forward or adjust where your limbs are in any way, just take a moment to adjust. Then flex your left toes to your face. Think about dragging your left heel to the back of your yoga mat. To pull your sternum forward. So a couple of opposing actions here as you breathe. From your half split, Ardha Hanumanasana, excuse me. You're going to start to shift forward, and then just like we did before, just bring it back to your tabletop pose. Take your knees nice and wide, finding your way to a child's pose, so lengthen your spine. Hips reach to your heels, melt down. Take one more cycle of breath in your child's pose. And as you rise up, you're going to make your way to a seat. So tip over to either side. Bring your legs out in front of you. You can scooch forward to the top of your yoga mat so that you have the space to lay down in a moment. From here, just sending both of your legs out in front of you. Maybe untuck the booty. Tipping forward through your pelvis, reach your hands to the sky with your breath in. And as you fold forward with exhale, think about pulling your thigh bones to the back of your yoga mat as your heart reaches to the front of your yoga mat. Maybe flex your toes to your face again, relax your head, and take 3 cycles of breath. From your forward fold, inhale to rise up and reach up to the sky. Then on your exhale, use your core to slowly start to lower down to the earth. Taking your time to find your way to the back of your body, using the strength of your center. As you arrive to the earth, take a moment just to be happy. Maybe draw a deep inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. And slowly gather both of your knees into your chest. Hands to the fronts of your knees, open your knees wide to your modified happy baby. Let your knees reach forward and away from the center line. Take one steady inhale. And one steady exhale. For modified happy baby, option to reach up to your ankles or your feet, finding a fuller expression of happy baby. Feel free to play with the extension of one or both legs and take a cycle of breath. As you release your knees to your chest, interlace your hands on the front of your right shin, extend your left leg out across the earth. You pull your right thigh into your body, take a breath in. And exhale is going to guide you into your supine twist. Right knee tips over to the left. Rotating through your spine, take 2 cycles of breath. After your second cycle of breath, your third inhale will slowly draw you back through center. As you exhale, figure 4, right ankle on your left thigh. Either keep your left foot grounded and connected to the earth, or just to bring that whole figure 4 to your body. Take a moment to open up through your right hip. To come back to your Ujjayi breath. So that slow, steady inhale through your nose. And exhale out of your nose. Make your way into winter moving pose, second side. Release your right leg long across the earth. As you bring your left knee to your left shoulder, your hands will interlace on the front of your left shin. Find your in-breath. As you release your exhale, supine twist, left knee reaches across you. Allow yourself a moment to settle in. And take 2 cycles of breath. When you're ready to come back through center, take your time and then make your way into your figure four. Left ankle stacked on top of your right thigh. If you decide if you'd like to stay in stillness, if you want to explore a little bit of movement, find your way back into Ujjayi breath again. Breathing in and out of your nose with intention and control. And start to unwind through your legs. Bring your knees to your chest. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees, taking a big breath in. And on exhale, we're going to make our way first into our Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly shape. Then you can choose to stay there for as long as you'd like, or decide to make your way into Shavasana, your final relaxation. So if you'd like to join us in the butterfly first, the soles of your feet will come together. Let your knees fall open wide. If you'd like to bring one hand to your belly and offer one hand to your heart, you'll start to feel that tactile feedback of your breath and your heartbeat. The two signals of the life that moves through you. And shut down through the eyes, let your shoulders relax out of your ears. And take just 3 slow, intentional cycles of breath. If you're in the butterfly shape, take your time to slowly start to send everything long for Shavasana. If there's anything else that you need, take a moment to add it in. Otherwise, just making your way to your comfortable final relaxation, whatever shape you'd like to rest in, whatever shape feels most supportive for this morning. As you start to sink in and close your eyes, allow your entire body to become nice and heavy on the earth. You take a deep breath in through your nose. And an open mouth exhale, let it go. For these final few minutes of your practice, you have an opportunity to practice being content with the moment at hand. Not wishing or wanting for anything outside of this moment. Appreciating this moment for what it is, the accumulation of your practice, all bringing us to this moment, every moment of our flow, and the ultimate goal of arriving us to here and now. We can settle into stillness and be in that space of mindful observation. Start to come back to the awareness of your breath, awareness of your body resting on the earth. Just noticing all the sensations, all of the experiences happening just within this moment in your body and your breath. The experience of your heart, the experience of your mind, the experience of sensation. As you tune into your breath, a flow of life force energy travels in and out of your body every moment of the day. You can choose to stay as you are, or maybe bring one or both hands to your heart to close your practice. And pausing in gratitude, we acknowledge the yoga practice itself, this ancient practice that offers us a pathway to clarity and connection, to deeper understanding and liberation. We also pause in gratitude for our bodies and our breath, the life force energy and the physical vessel that make this human experience possible to us. And we pause in gratitude for this time that we share, the energy that we cultivate on our yoga mats and the energy that is cultivated then that can reach out into the world around us, stretching our practice beyond the four corners of our yoga mat. So in gratitude of this time, the energy that we created by moving and breathing as a community. Take a deep breath in through the nose all together. And then open mouth, exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. May our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live with greater authenticity, to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so much. Namaste.